Welcome back, everybody, to another part in my Super Mario 64 playthrough, and we're going to get right into it. I am actually super excited, and hopefully we don't suck as much this time. So, we are about to do, wrong way, we are about to do one of my favorite levels in the entire game. Aw, shit. There we go. And that is the Boo Mansion. Big Boo's Haunt. So, there's a few stars in this game, in this level, that are tricky to get if you are just, coming into this level blind. The first one is the coin stars, the coin star. So the coin star is a bit finicky in the sense that there is a very finite amount of coins in this entire level. And if you miss, I think 3 or 4, it is impossible to get the coin star. Alright, Mario, there we go. That's what I was trying to do right there, but for some reason the input did not register. But there's a few reasons why I love this level. The first one is the atmosphere is just palpable to no end. Like, you feel the creativity they had when creating this level. And not only that, but this level has probably some of the most unique elements in this game as a whole. So the first star that you're supposed to get is in a few of these rooms. So you can get a blue coin right there immediately. And there's a few ghosts that pop out. And each ghost drops a blue coin. And there are, I think, 6 ghosts in total. And every time you tackle one, you get that pop-up, unfortunately. Oh, that was gnarly. I might get hit here. No, I didn't. This guy's easy. All you have to do is just slightly run around him. I always found that funny that you can just, slightly run around instead of having to actually fully run around him. But they probably did that so you wouldn't, break your thumbs when trying to... Or break your thumbs, really. They did that so you wouldn't break your thumbs or break the controller itself. Oh, that was a bad jump. Come on. Come on, Mario. There we go. Actually, I need to be down here anyway to get some coins. Because I believe... Actually, no, this is completely useless to us right now. There we go. And I believe this takes us back to the top. But this level is really open, all things considered. Compared to a lot of the levels prior to this, aside from Battlefield, of course, Like, this is the first level that is seamless in its design. It might not be the first level like this that you would probably play first, but for me, when I was a kid, this was like one of the first levels I just did, period. And it was just fantastic all around. And it's still really fantastic even now. Like, I'm having trouble with the, like, depth perception, but that's just because I'm playing on a phone. If I was playing on a huge TV, this probably wouldn't be nearly as an issue. But I was playing while screencasting to my TV. The first 2 episodes, that's how I was playing. But the latency was just throwing me off too much. So now I'm just playing on my actual phone. Like, I have a little... I got distracted there. I got completely distracted and forgot that I was supposed to move. But I have my phone in a custom, like, little stand I built for myself. And it is perpendicular with my eyes, so I don't have to look down and creak my neck all the time. And I have all my equipment hooked up to the phone itself. So I have a charger to keep it from dying. I have my headphones wired directly to the phone, and I have my controller wired directly to my phone to reduce latency in the Bluetooth feature. It is so weird that this emulator supports all controllers, all Bluetooth controllers right out of the bat, when almost every other emulator I have on this phone does not. So you might see me struggling to see a few things, like you might see me struggling to see far off, like, objects in the distance and whatnot. But that's just because I am... Aww, I bounced off of him. That's just because I am now looking directly at my tiny little phone. I thought about investing in a magnifier for the phone, but it's not that big of a deal. The most important thing is for me to not get, like, neck creaks while gaming. So I probably will limit episodes to like an hour, 2 hours max if I ever go that long. And I'm still working on trying to find the perfect mix of audio and, like, sound. It seems like some tracks in this game sound so loud while others, actually, hold on a minute, while others sound so soft. There we go. I think I can just jump. Yeah, I can. And that is the final boo. Then you will get a sound cue that showcases that Big Boo is now in the main room. But we're going to ignore him right now. So this is the room that traumatized hundreds of kids in the 90s. And that's just because of this piano right here. Just a normal piano. But if you get super close to it, it knocks the chair over and startles you. And not only that, but it is completely hiding a red coin that you have to interact with. Hold on a minute. You can actually get up there, and if we look, there is a balcony up there. There is a way to jump up there, but I don't think I can do it. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't get up there. Well, hold on, maybe I can. And what's super scary about this is the fact that no matter if you go in the room, come out, or leave the room and come back in, the piano will stay in its last current location, or its last position. So, for example, it's now here. If you bring it over here, you have to be super close. There we go. So now if we go out and then come back in, see, it stays in that position, which is really creepy, and I can totally see how it definitely... I don't think I'm good enough to get up there, not without some practice. And I can totally see how it could traumatize some kids. But once you know what's going to happen, I don't think it's that difficult. And there's the star. But we're not gonna do that. Or we're gonna try not to. But oh, see, now if I'm good, see, I'm not good. But while I really wish screen mirroring was a thing that was by default on my phone does not have natively screen sharing. Or not screen sharing, screen mirroring. So I had to install an app to screen mirror, and when you use third-party apps, it's hit or miss if, number one, it's safe to put on your phone, and number two, if it is worth like putting on your phone. Because a lot of third-party apps will have ads constantly. They will sell your information to third parties. It's a big thing if you really care enough. Oh, I could have done that. I think what I could do is wall jump and then try to wall jump and then jump from that wall jump over there. But that would entail that I would need to get some momentum. So have Mario like this. Oh, see, I have the concept down, but unfortunately my execution is not there. I've also been trying to experiment with Dolphin. Damn it. But I'll be honest, Dolphin on the phone is not the best way to go. I could probably make it work. They make phone adapters for GameCube controllers where you can plug the adapter into your... Let's go into a different room for now. You can plug your adapter into your phone port and then plug the GameCube controller into that. But I feel like currently I've spent am I not close enough? Okay, wrong one. I think it's the top one, then the second one, then the third one. But I feel like I've spent enough money trying to start gaming on my YouTube channel for now. I bought a capture card. That capture card is still not working properly. See, there's the secret star, but we don't want that star yet. We want to get as many coins as possible. We're at 72. There's another red coin. But the red coin is only worth 1. It is possible to get 100 coins in every single level. But I will admit, it's harder than most. 79. There's a red coin in one of these. There it is. You gotta worry about because it will crush you. Like that. So that's 83. But I do believe if we go back down here, I feel like I'm missing a coin somewhere back here. I might not actually be able to do the 100 coin one yet, because I think, like I said, there's a very finite amount of coins in this level. And if you don't... like, how the stars work in Mario 64 is... or they work like this. So each star acts like a mission objective. And that mission objective will activate certain criteria for that level. So certain stars will change the level in certain ways. And on certain stars, you can only get certain coins and certain aspects of that level on that said star. Which is a genius way of making people want to do certain like stars first, and then cycle through that. So, there's that. So, we're actually going to get a secret star, which was, what, here? Was it here? No, it wasn't here. We don't want to do that one. Oh, look, there's a room I haven't been in. Oh, shit. There we go. There's a trapdoor right here. Well, look at that. Look at that. We got 3 stars activated at one time. Now we just gotta choose which stars we want. Truthfully, I think I want the red coin one. So we'll do that one. And then we'll come back and do the other one. So there are mods that I could install to alleviate some of the running around. However, I feel like... Also, I think there's 100, like... there's 100 coin for the actual overworld. I could be wrong there, though, because there's not a coin counter. But... Oop, another glitch. But there are mods I could install to this file to change how Mario... well, the game responds. Like, I can make it so that I can stay in a level after getting a star. And I can make it so that, like, I can kind of tweak some of Mario's movement. However, I feel like that's cheating. Number one, I already have save states, which is a major plus to have in a game like this. Dang it, I messed that up. I already have save states, which I will probably be using a little bit more. Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect. I got both boos at once. But, like, I feel like with Nintendo 64 games, it isn't that big of a deal to mod them too much. Because in the grand scheme of things, most Nintendo 64 games were meant to be played a certain way. And once you mod them, unless you're just modding them to completely change the game, it can sometimes break how that game was meant to be played. And I definitely would probably want to put a mod on Mario 64 that allows me to stay in the level after... Oh, I gotta leave the room and come back. That boo got trapped. There we go. But I feel like I want to experience this game how it was intended. Yes, probably modding the game. There we go. I think modding the game to allow me to stay in the level after getting the star would probably be beneficial for me. But then again, as stated before, how this game gets around the needing to load constantly and needing to constantly update, and it also saves like space on the Nintendo 64 cartridge, is the mission-based structure. If all of the stars were accessible immediately upon entering the level, I think that would completely break the game. Like, this game was designed with the mission structure in mind, and I think I should just hold to that. Like I said, I have the luxury of save states. I can save at any time, I can retry anytime, and I can easily farm lives if I want to. I can easily, try again if I get a tough spot, and I should be very happy that I can just do that. Plus, I am running on a phone emulator. This is probably the best Nintendo 64 emulator I have, used for my phone, but in the grand scheme of things, I am still on a phone. And while I do have Super Mario 64 currently in physical, I have the cartridge because I wanted to buy it just so I could say, hey, I own it. But I still wanted to emulate it because it's just so... It's so more convenient for me to, emulate it with a controller that I can actually use than to go out of my way to buy the component cables, buy a Nintendo 64, buy a bunch of Nintendo 64 controllers, or buy a Retro Fighters Brawler 64, and make sure OBS will work with it, and blah blah blah. This is just easier for me. So it's just easier for me to buy the cartridge, put it in my collection, and then, emulate it. Because I legally own the game, so I legally own Super Mario 64, and I get to enjoy the game in a way that is more beneficial to me. I also bought a few other Nintendo 64 cartridges so I could own them as well. And after I complete Super Mario 64, I will, play some of them too. Because there's quite a few of them that I have never played before. So this is basically a harder version of the other Boo fight. I say harder like it's actually harder, but it's not. And if you noticed, we got 25 coins there. So remember, we got 90 coins previously. So that's 110 coins in that level. So, yeah, I guess you could Actually, no, I don't think there is enough coins without activating the merry-go-round. I don't think so. Also, I know there's 120 coins or stars in this game. I do not think I'll be getting all 120. I never did as a kid. Well, actually, no, I did do as a kid. I did 100% this game one time as a kid. And it took me weeks to do so, and I had the assistance of a Nintendo Power Guide and a bunch of other, like, help from my father in terms of keeping track of everything. So I did 100% this once as a kid. However, something I don't think, depending on how I enjoy this playthrough, I want to get as many stars as I possibly can and complete the game. That's my primary goal. If I end up 100%ing it, then, you know what? One bit for nostalgia. But something tells me that maybe I won't. We'll see. Like, I'm going to be playing games that I personally enjoy. And if I don't, that's the thing for anyone wondering if I'm going to play, like if someone suggests a game for me to play, if I'm going to play it for views. I don't want to be that type of channel. I would love to play games that I personally enjoy, and I will, but I have no desire to play a bunch of games just for the sake of views. So if it doesn't interest me, I'm not going to play it. And there's so many games that I want to play in my gaming career, I should say. There's so many games that I have never got a chance to play growing up. There's so many games that I genuinely want to upload to this channel for memory's sake, mainly. Dang it. Like, there are a ton of games that I want to upload to this channel because they genuinely mean a lot to me, and I want them cataloged. Like, Twilight Princess is a major game that I want on this channel because it was my dad's favorite. Well, it was one of my dad's favorite Zeldas. I think it was my dad's favorite 3D Zelda. The first Zelda we ever played, or he ever played, was Link to the Past, which I do have a copy of. So, actually, that's the only SNES game that I currently own. I am planning on buying a physical copy of Super Mario RPG, and once I have that, then I will play Super Mario RPG as well, because I want to play the original SNES version, but I don't have a SNES copy. And once I have a SNES copy, then we will play that game. I have it on my phone. Like, I have a ton of the game. I have a ton of Nintendo 64 games and some SNES games that I have played in a previous life or wanted to play on my phone. I don't have any Game Boy games because, I'll be honest, while I do love the concept of playing Game Boy, I was never big on Game Boy. Like, there were a few that I played. Like, I played the SpongeBob games for Game Boy. And I played a lot of, like, The Incredibles for Game Boy Advance. I played a lot of, like, what was it? There was another game I played a lot of. I played a lot of the Final Fantasy II for Game Boy Advance. And I played a decent amount of Final Fantasy, like 5 for Game Boy Advance. And I want to get Final Fantasy V again, physically, for PlayStation 1 and for PSP. Is it on PSP or is that just Final Fantasy 4? It might just be Final Fantasy 4 to be honest. But ironically, I bought Final Fantasy V for phone, so I own it for phone. I just want a physical copy of it. Oh shit. There it is. The 100 coin star. Like 100 coins even. And now we can go back. I think there might be one more coin that I could grab somewhere. Actually there is. I think there is. Yep, you. Oh, come on. Come on. There. So look at that. There was 110 coins in this level. So the fact is that you do need to get a few stars in this level if you want to get all like 100. But that's a high score of 105. That is impressive. And now we can grab this star to exit the level. Actually, no. I completely forgot there is a star we haven't gotten in this level. And that is the balcony star. So let's go get that instead. That way I can actually get a new star. Also, I have been playing a ton of Nintendo games. Like, a ton of Nintendo games. Mainly because I just got a Switch a few months ago, and I have been playing all the games that I never got to play growing up, or that I haven't played in a long time. And there are a lot of games for the Switch that I just have been playing and trying to complete. So there's that. But being a Nintendo fan is expensive. Like, it is ridiculously expensive to play any Nintendo games, to be honest. Like, I spent 150 on my Switch. I spent 0 on, like, getting the, like, game that came with the Switch. I was lucky enough to get a Switch copy of Super Mario Odyssey physical from a coworker, and that worked out well. I bought new Joy-Cons. Well, I didn't buy new Joy-Cons. I had them repaired somewhat, or I had one of them repaired. I didn't repair the other one, but I did have one of my Joy-Cons repaired just so I had a controller to use portably. I bought I didn't buy a new, like, Switch controller, but I have the Retro Fighters Blade GC, which I was using with my, like, Nintendo Wii. And I wanted to use it because I will be honest, the GameCube controller is not my favorite just because of my disability and how using my left hand is difficult with anything not styled like a PlayStation controller, or small enough that it can fit in my left hand's grip. But I bought a Retro Fighters Blade GC so I could play GameCube games on my Wii comfortably and for a decent amount of time. I recently bought a Bluetooth Pro controller by Retro Fighters for my Switch. For the Switch specifically. I also had to go out and buy a spare, wired Nintendo Switch controller, mainly because I wanted something that I could keep at home for the Switch. And that's what I used to play Dragon Ball FighterZ with. I really wish there was a controller in the style of a PlayStation controller that had the button layout of the standard Switch controller, because the Retro Fighters Blade GC is a wonderful controller. I've had it for a year. Absolutely no issues with it. However, the issue I have with the Blade GC is it doesn't have Bluetooth for one, so I have to use the dock for the controllers, and that's a big no-no for me. I would love Retro Fighters to make a Bluetooth version of the Blade GC, because I genuinely think that's their best controller. That might be a little bit biased because I like the layout of it, but I genuinely think it's one of their best controller designs, period. And wait, hold on. There it is. Ow. But I still wish they would make a controller style like the Blade GC, but instead of GameCube buttons, I kind of wish they'd make a version of the standard PlayStation controller with the face buttons like a PlayStation, sort of exactly like the Nintendo Switch Pro controller layout, because I think that would be perfect. I really miss playing Dragon Ball FighterZ in a easier fashion, because I'll be honest, while I am able to play using the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, because of its placement above the location I'm used to, my left hand gets to the point where it gets strained, and after long periods of trying to use it like a PlayStation controller, my left hand just gives up. So when I play with that controller, I might can get 30 minutes. Alright. Okay, so it's this one. I bet you it's that one. Then it's this one. Then I bet you it's this one. No, I was wrong. It's this one. Oh, come on, Mario. So, it's still a fantastic, controller. The Pro controller for the Switch, while I don't have a wireless one, I have the wired one. It still feels nice in the hand. And the fact that I can use it, holding it like a normal controller for as long as I can, is great. And I can still use it to some degree, holding it on my knee using my right hand completely. But it gets uncomfortable for a long amount of time after a while, just because reaching up with my right thumb to the very corner of the controller while having to push all the face buttons, it gets tiring after a while. But that's the only controller I use for fighting games, because I can use it one-handed to some degree, and I can use it long enough to get some enjoyment. But I still think, just because of how I am, the PlayStation controllers And PlayStation Lite controllers are the best controller for me. So being able to play Super Mario, oh no, trauma. Wait, actually, is there any like Cool Mountain? Oh, that's right. I need to get the secret like star, well, the 100 coin star, and I need to help the snowman. Ugh. We'll come back to that. But being able to use the what's this one? Haven't been here. Is this TikTok clock? No, that's up top. That's on the second floor. Ain't it? Oh, this is the secret. Wrong one. What? Oh, no, it's not that one. It's this one. Yeah. This is the secret star. And yes, you can get 100 coins in this slide, I think. I think you do need the blue thing for that, though. Yeah, you do. So yeah, you can get 100 coins on this level too. So there's 2 stars in this level. But like being able to just play this game with a PlayStation controller is leagues more enjoyable than playing it with a Nintendo 64 controller. So I have to give it to that. Wait, we just went in there. We need the 100 coin for that one, but I think we'll leave that there. I think I can actually access the Bowser, the second Bowser level too. See, because there's the basement right there. There's Boo's place. Let's see. Can I access 30 stars? So, we're close. Whoa, that was a cool glitch. I guess we could go down here and finally do... Oh, hold on a minute. Toad. Toad. Oh no, not again. There we go. There are some stars you have to talk to Toad for, but you have to talk to them over and over. Wait, 1 minute. Yeah, that's the little area. I think there is a secret, yeah, this area. In the talons of the big bird. Ow, Shy Guy. Ow. Yeah, there's a lot less delay. There's a lot less delay when trying to play it just from my phone screen than trying to do with the screen mirroring thing. Not that screen mirroring, ouch, not that screen mirroring is bad, but yeah, it, oh shit. There we go. The funny thing is, this is how you can get your health back, just any body of water that Mario can swim in, infinite health. But my eyes will eventually get used to the small screen. Also, Mario can just walk directly up things. I find that hilarious. This star is actually really easy. You just got to time this correctly and plop him in the face. Oh crap. Maybe it's not as easy as I think. Actually, I think it is. There it is. It's just depth perception. It would be also, I know maybe some people would not like that, but it would have been awesome if you didn't grab the star, he would pick it back up.
Here we go!
That would incentivize players to grab that star relatively quickly and not dawdle. So you can cheese this by, so you can see the star over there, like right there. You can cheese this by kind of coming over here. Oh, there's life right here. And jumping here. Making sure you don't get the water. No! I hit the water well, quicksand. But there is a way you can cheese that and just completely bypass that entire obstacle. I think you can also do it with this. So if we stand here and then punch this and walk forward a little bit. Yeah, you can. You can. So you can bypass this with enough practice. You can like get over that fences. Getting over the fence is the tough part. So there's also something just more exciting having challenging like stars to get. Like there are definitely plenty of stars that are relatively easy in this game, but so many stars require a little bit of finesse to get. Like you can do it, you can do these stars in so many different ways. I messed that up. No. Oh well. No! You can do the stars in so many different ways, and the game does not force you to do anything a certain way. It wants you to do something a certain way, but it never forces you into doing it a certain way. You just gotta, unlike like Super Mario, there we go. Unlike Super Mario, oh shit, no! Actually, yes, this is good. So there we go. No! No! Dang it. We're gonna exit course, we don't want to be down here. But, oh, I gotta go all the way back down. But Super Mario Odyssey is a similar way where I think you have more freedom in Odyssey than in this game. But in this game, I think the late game in Odyssey definitely takes quite a bit of skill to do. And if you want to speedrun Odyssey, you're still going to have to learn the movement, learn the tech, learn when to use a move, when not to, and learn enemy patterns, enemy tricks, and geometry tricks. Same as this game, but it's definitely a lot easier to learn that kind of stuff in Odyssey up until a certain point. Like, I've gotten like 400 plus stars in Odyssey already, and I did that poorly. And the only thing that made me quit was the fact that I was getting exhausted because I was playing Odyssey constantly. But we're going to get this star and then we're going to call this episode here. Oh, oof. Did I make it? There we go. So we're going to save here real quick so we can do this. Wait, no, I fucked it up. Come on. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. Oh, maybe I am. No, I'm not. Actually, hold on a minute. I have another idea. Oh, dang it. Dang it. I'm gonna get this. This is how I practice. Oh. Well, I finagled a bunch of stuff there, but none of that worked. Oof. I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get this. So, if we hop here, that's just gonna jut us back. We could do like back long jump. Oh no! I fucked it up. Oh yes!
Here we go!
It's not how I intended to get that star, but I'll take it. I was thinking maybe I could do some back long jumps and make it to the top of that. But yeah. That was pretty badass, not gonna lie. But we're gonna go back into the level. Now we have to go inside the pyramid, but we're gonna do that later. We're gonna leave like it right here, and yeah. Actually, no. You know what? We are gonna exit course. Because I want to just end here because it's more pleasant. The camera aspect is a lot better too. But that will be it for this episode. It's been a long one, I think. And might take a bit to edit this. But I wanted to thank everyone for watching this playthrough of Super Mario 64. I dearly love this game. I might get frustrated with it at times. It might be difficult for me to play at times. And the PlayStation 5 controller really helps me be able to play this game at a higher caliber. But I still need practice. I still need to learn the fundamentals of, well, how Mario moves, his momentum, especially on ice. But yeah, did a lot this episode. A lot more, I think, than any other episode. But without further ado, thank you all, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Super Mario 64. Take care. Have a wonderful night or day.